Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Today, I'm here with another dream. In this dream, I saw two people walking to the back of like a outdoor theater. So it will be like a center in a park where they have like different performances, different shows, different plays, little stuff like that be typically free for the community. Um as they are walking, it's like the way that I am viewing them at first is as if they are being, I just feel like this is the way other people are seeing them. Like they aren't very important and they are kind of weird and they don't understand why they're there and why they dress that way and dot, dot, dot. Who are they? Who is that? Dot, dot, dot. That kind of stuff. As they are walking to find a seat, there's a group of women toward the front and they talking about one lady that's with them, and the lady that's with them, she got all this extravagant clothes on, but she not saying nothing. And the other woman is saying that they have to understand that she is a woman that obtains some certain kind of energy, and her energy is so powerful. She don't have to say nothing. She just sit there and you can feel the vibe of her energy. And we like, the people, they looking like, okay. And they keep walking. And then it's another person. And I can't say because I'm seeing it from the point of view of the people that was walking in. Okay. They moved down and it's like a group that's sitting here that look like a group of superheroes. And the one that stood out the most to me is Maui. Okay. Now I don't know, for those of y'all that don't know, in the movie, the Disney movie, I forgot, Moana, Maui is actually I'm not gonna call him a god. He is a watcher, a fallen angel, whatever you want to call it. But that's what he was sitting there, and he's this big, huge giant, just huge, taking up about 50 seats, and he has on this big, huge, extravagant outfit. Like he had on a cloak that took up dang near 200 seats behind him. And we looking at this like, look at this mess here, and it's just beads and diamonds and all kind of stuff encrusted into this gown. And they talking about, well, this is actually Maui, and he has all these powers, and dot 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 dot, and he's so wonderful, and dot 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 dot. And so we keep walking. We end up all the way in the back. Okay, so the group end up all the way in the back. So as the famous musician comes to the stage and begins to he comes to the stage and he begins to direct his song towards this group, okay, that was walking in, and they were seen as, why are they here? Oh, we don't understand, like all these wonderful amazing people are here, they not amazing, they not wonderful, why they here? The musician comes to the stage and starts to direct his song to them specifically. Okay. The scripture comes from Jeremiah 38:4. Then the officials said to the king, this man should be put to death. He is discouraging the soldiers who are left in the city, as well as the people, by the things he is saying to them. This man is not seeking the good of these people, but their ruin. He is in your hands. King Zedekiah answered, the king can do nothing to oppose you. So they took Jeremiah and put him in a cistern of Malchijah, the king's son, which was in the courtyard of the guard. They lowered Jeremiah by ropes into the cistern. It had no water in it, only mud, and Jeremiah sank down into the mud. Whew. So I'm skipping because, baby, this is long. This is 23 All your wives and children will be brought out to Babylonians. You yourself will not escape from their hands, but will be captured by the king of Babylon, and this city will be burned down. Then Zedekiah said to Jeremiah, do not let anyone know about this conversation, or you may die. If the officials hear that I talked with you, and they come to you and say, tell us what you said to the king, what the king said to you, do not hide it from us, or we will kill you. Then tell them, I was pleading with the king not to send me back to Jonathan's house to die there. All the officials did come to Jeremiah and question him, and he told them everything the king ordered him to say. So they said no more to him, for no one had heard his conversation with the king. And Jeremiah remained in the courtyard of the guard until the day Jerusalem was captured. Okay, so here's the message. For whoever this is for, this is a situation, okay? Well, I just feel like just how in this situation Jeremiah was basically in his own little, in his own little. I'm thinking about the song that Brandy sung it when she was Cinderella. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whoever I want to be. Like, I just feel like you in your own little space, you in your own world, you in your own bubble, while all this other stuff is going on and all this idolatry is going on. Like, as the walking into the thing and everybody talk about this lady and how powerful she is, and then he's so powerful, and this person powerful, and everybody got all these things going on, and they all just gloating over themselves and talk about how wonderful they are and how they doing this and how they doing that. And I feel as though God is like this, the famous singer at the beginning on stage is God. Okay, this is representing a representative of God, and God shines a light on those who are humble, those who are meek, those who are not trying to just be seen all the time. I just feel like this is somebody that, you know what I'm saying, you just like, okay, please don't look at me, just what's good with the hat, don't look at me, I would just go in the back and don't say nothing about me. Don't acknowledge me. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, because I'm that kind of person, I can't stand. I don't want to be acknowledged. I don't want nobody to notice me. Don't say nothing about me. Don't look towards me. I don't like it when a bunch of people walking up to me. I'm shy. Please leave me be. Okay. Baby, anybody thinking that they gonna make me upset by not acknowledging my presence, they making me upset. Thank you. I don't want to stand up. I don't want to say anything. I don't want, no, please stop. I just feel like for whoever this is for, God is saying he see you. Okay, even when it's a situation like this here where everybody is talking about how wonderful they are, they got all these degrees, they got all these certificates, they've done all these wonderful things, they always got all these things, they may have all the clothes and the shoes and the purses, and they have all the cars, and they got a bunch of this and they got a bunch of that, and they got all the money, and they got, like, even in this dream they all had these intricate lace and with stones encrusted in there. They didn't hands on this outfit, this gown, whatever that thing is that Maui had on, that was 2,000-3,000 feet long. They didn't took out the time to put all the diamonds and crystals in this thing, and it's just it's just it's just like the people, like I said, people that I was watching to walk in, they was dressed normal. They wasn't wearing no fancy clothes. They wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, it's like they could dress, but it wasn't a situation where they was doing what these people was doing, where it was just like, you gotta see me. They didn't come early so they could get a seat in the front. They didn't stress, like, you know what I'm saying, they didn't stress themselves out about going through and talking about all their accomplishments, and everybody got to know everything that they have done and how they did this and they did that, and don't forget about this and that there, and don't forget, baby, ain't nobody got. I just feel like for whoever this is for, God is saying, even when you are in a position where you are surrounded by people that are doing jumping jacks so that everybody can see what they doing and what they got going on and how they doing this and they got that and they did all these things, he sees you. God see you. God see you. God see you. He like God see you and he acknowledges you. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, get ready for it. It's gonna be public. Because this was a public situation. And this was not only done, it's not only a situation where it's going to be publicly, but this is going to be public and it is going to be in front of people who are thinking very highly of themselves. And God is going to acknowledge you. God is going to acknowledge you. God is going to single you out and acknowledge you. And it is going to feel, I just feel like it's going to be at a moment where you were literally thinking wonderful things about other people, like the lady, you might be like, oh, that's nice. That's so nice that she has that kind of energy. Ooh, I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? You pass by, oh, wow, that's Maui. Look how tall he is and how big he's taking up 50 seats. And geez, look at this outfit. And you know what I'm saying? Admiring how long people took to make that outfit for him to wear for one day. Okay, it took them probably a lifetime to make that outfit, and he just gonna wear it here, and then who knows, what's gonna happen to it after that. Wow. And that's taking up a few hundred seats. Okay, we gotta go all the way to the back. Well, I guess we gonna have to settle for the back. And God is gonna point you out. He is gonna point you out, and he is going to acknowledge you for what you have done. Because just because it may not look as big to other people that it is to God does not mean that it ain't big. I just feel like that's why it's never good to compare yourself to nobody. And if you are a mere person and you're comparing yourself to a fallen angel, even though, first of all, they were wrong for what they did, but they can do things that obviously humans cannot do. So if you're trying to compare yourself to them, you're gonna be in trouble. You are not going to, you cannot compete where you don't compare. Okay, the shade. I just feel like you cannot compare yourself to you like you just can't. You can't. You cannot. It is you just can't. You can't. And I think he was a demi, which means that he is actually the spawn of a fallen angel, which would explain why he was a giant in my dream. And yeah, yet and still, you can't compare yourself to him because he's huge. Like this is a giant. You're not gonna be as tall as he is. You're not gonna eat as much as he does. You can't. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like you cannot compare yourself to this person or to anybody else when it comes to that. If you are somebody that you have a job, like your job is to do makeup and this other person's job is to perform surgery, you cannot compare yourself to them because you can't do what they do. And they may be able to do what you do, but they may not be able to do what you do because there's so many different situations with makeup. They're like, I did not even realize that makeup got so intricate until I got into it. You know what I'm saying? I started learning about the fantasy, the 3D, they got all kind of stuff going on there. And I just feel like, and it goes deeper into an art than it does than just, makeup, just making your face pretty. Which, you don't get as many follows and likes off of doing that kind of stuff. Well, at first, at least when I was doing it 7 years ago, you didn't get very many follows and likes off of doing that kind of stuff. People just wanted to see what was pretty. Okay. Anyways, I just feel like what God says that even though you feel small compared to whoever this is somebody that they are very arrogant about it too. So it could be a situation where it's somebody that they're always talking about themselves to you. It could be a situation. It could even be somebody that is like a colleague of yours. You know what I'm saying? Somebody you work with. Somebody like they have their job. You have your job. They better at their job than you at your job. Maybe they've been working longer than you. Maybe they did. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, I just feel like this person gets recognized to a different extent than what you do. God say, even though you all the way back there and he can barely see you and you all the way in the back, And you so far back, you not even by the crowd of people with, and they got all their bedazzled stuff on, so they sparkling everywhere, and it's even harder to see you. And you know what I'm saying? Big giant sitting in front of you, that makes it even harder to see you. God said he still see you, and he is going to acknowledge you, not them. He is going to acknowledge you and not them. He see you. And that's just like in this scripture here, where everybody was coming against Jeremiah. Everybody was coming against Jeremiah. They sick and tired of him having to say all these things. And that's why, some people always think that it's so glamorous to be a prophet until a prophet have to tell a prophecy that ain't good. And nobody want to hear it. I'm being reminded of that movie that Disney made where nobody liked Bruno. What was Bruno gift? My gift. I was like, oh man. Bruno, because he always having these dreams and his dreams always coming true. When I tell you, I was like, and that is the truth. Because that is how I was always treated. I would tell somebody I had a dream that the third happened, and they would be, I don't want to hear that. And then it happened, and they'd be like, "You cursed me." I ain't cursed you. I was warning you, and I was trying to help you, but you ain't want to listen. And I just feel like, well, whoever this is for, you go be it. God is going to acknowledge you for something. Even like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's something you gonna be, even just like watching that movie, you know what I'm saying? Bruno was a black sheep and he loved his family. He didn't want to be away from his family, but they hated him because of his gift. Which was so sad because it's such a beautiful gift to be able to have warnings from the Father. But, and this is what happened to Jeremiah here. They threw him in a pit. They threw him in mud and in dirt and mud, because how dare he tell them that they need to stop, and he trying to save people's lives, and who does he think he is? And guess who went to go and see Jeremiah? The king. Because he knew it was some truth to what he was saying. And as much as people like try to argue with me and they want to go back and forth with me and they want to tell me I need to stop this and I need to don't do that and don't do that, they can't lie when they go back and they look at them prophecies from 3 years ago. It came true. Confirmation. And I just feel like whatever this is for whoever this is for, God said he about to recognize you. He about to recognize you. You about to be recognized. God say he is going to highlight you. The one in the back. The one that you hidden behind all these people with all these sparkles on, and they got big banners and they keep talking about themselves, and they got a post. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like these people that they just look at me and I'm here, and you gotta look at me, and you gotta look at me, and you better pay attention to me. I'm here. ... God say he is about to bring you forward. I'm supposed to be live right now. God say he about to bring you forward. He about to bring you forward, says the Lord. And it is going to be because just because everybody else see these people don't mean God don't see you. He see you. He see you. Even if you know what I'm saying. He still see you. Just like I'm sure y'all still see me, my face is not as, you can't see the light is not on my face, but you can still see me. God said you can't hide from him. He still see you. And just like in that movie, just because Bruno then dipped off and he was hidden away and he was in a little place by himself, and you know what I'm saying, all sad and depressed by himself. Guess what? The prophecy still came true. You couldn't make it not come true. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just like, this is something that I have learned with my gift. I can try not to say something all I want to. I can try to keep the prophecy to myself all I want to. But guess what? It's still going to come to pass. The only difference is if I don't say what I'm supposed to say, then God is going to be like, if something bad happened, it's your fault because you could have warned them. And that's real. And that's real. You know, if something bad happens and I don't say, look, if you do this, this is gonna happen, and they, you know what I'm saying, if they don't receive that message and they do what they not supposed to do anyways, it's on me. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, you have been very obedient to God. You have gone out your way to be obedient to God, even when people are not happy with what you have to say, what you are doing, the way you are doing it. There may be people that are trying to come against you and they want to bring the pitchforks and the flames and they want to just tear you down, and they got all these mean things to say, and they just trying to point out every little thing, every little detail they got about you, and they don't like this and they don't like that, and they don't, why do you do this, and why did you do that, and why you wear this, and why your hair like that, and why your nails this way, and why you doing this, that, and the third. God say he himself, he is going to recognize you. And that's the message. He, the king, is going to recognize you. Because you are very recognizable, that he can still see you. They not fooling nobody with all the bling and the pot and the jewels, and they talking about they got all this energy and they got all these crystals and they doing this and they doing that. God said they ain't fooling nobody with all that stuff. He still see you. As even like in the movie Encanto, that's what it was called. You know, like there was some of the family members that their gift was so lavish and everybody knows about them, and look at them, woo, look at them, look at them, look at them. Meanwhile, they being so big to Bruno, and Bruno has a very, like, his gift was like, whoa. His gift, like, everything come true. It's not to say that, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is a situation where somebody, you have just been put on the back burner. God said you've been put on the back burner, but you about to be front and center. You will put on the back burner, but you about to be front and center. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It's even going to come to a situation where other people are going to come and ask you about what happened, and ask you about this, and ask you. You are going to have people coming to you about your gift, because it's special. And even though, you know, some people may not like it, it is what it is. Because I just come to say, there are some people that they will prefer to just be surprised about what's going to happen. And that's cool. I know me personally, you know, I really don't have a choice, because I've been having dreams since I was little. But I like being able to know, oh, I better not walk that way home tomorrow. I better not drive. I'm going to avoid driving that way. I'm going to avoid going to this place. I'm going to avoid doing this. And then, you know, I end up safe and sound, and I hear something happen. Regardless if it's on the news, through the social media, through this, through that, through the third. I find out and I'm like, whoa. And I'm just being real. I just feel like, you know, it is what it is. And it don't mean that you got to say, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything, whatever it is that your gift is. God is saying that you're going to be recognized because you're going to help somebody. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.